When you activate and do this work on and in yourself to raise your Kundalini serpent firepower up through your body to your crown, to be crowned, so that you are sitting on the throne of your power, of your purpose, of your pussy, okay? You are not only activating and awakening your beauty, but you are also activating and awakening your beast. You are awakening your beast because you need your beast to protect your beauty, to safeguard your beauty. You are now angel, demon, heaven, hell, God, Lucifer, sun, moon, light, dark, beauty and the beast, right? When you do this work on and in yourself, you must activate your beast, or your beauty is going to get torn apart like it already probably has. If you're here at Alcheminity, you have been through the fire, through the rain, and through the wild, right? You've had to risk it all to get to where you are right now. You have had to go on the dark night of the soul odyssey to awaken all that you are, your mission, your power, your purpose, your beauty. You need your beast to protect your beauty. But let me tell you why. Welcome to Alcheminity, because turning pain into power is sexy. And I'm your host and creator of this colony and the many colonies we're building around our globe, hell, around our galaxies at this point. I am your queen bee, Miss Burgess, if you're nasty. Also known as the Gypsy Empress, aka Nova. Now let's get into this message. Shouts out to all of my members over on patreon.com/alcheminity, my cum members and my general support members. Thank you for being there. Listen, for those of you who like yummy, juicy, deeper, delicious dives, then just let me know you want it deep. Just say, I want it deep. And then become a member over on Patreon, okay? Let's get into this. Now, some time ago, I put out a post on the community tab here on YouTube where I asked what you all wanted me to dive deeper on. And there were so many good topics to come through, and many of them I've already covered. This is probably going to be the fourth or fifth one I cover. There were so many I couldn't choose just one. So this one is for Felicia Stands. Felicia Stands, shouts out to you. Her suggestion was holding your beauty while the beast is awakening for your spiritual growth and power. Holding your beauty while the beast is awakening for your spiritual growth and power. So let's get into this. When you activate and do this work on and in yourself, you can't hold your beauty until your beast is awakened. Right? You're unable to hold your beauty on your own until your beast is awakened. And you know this is true because the proof is in your life. You know you've been unable to hold the beauty that you were, right? In whatever form your beauty existed, whether, externally, internally, your beauty, showed up in many ways throughout your life from childhood to now. But you taught yourself and others around you taught you to suppress your beauty, to demonize, vilify, and hide your beauty off, whatever your beauty showed up as. Your beauty could have shown up in your voice, the way that you sound. Maybe you were a singer growing up. Maybe your beauty was in dancing or in art. Maybe you designed your own clothes in school. Maybe you knew how to do hair and do makeup and do nails when you were in school. Maybe you wrote well. Maybe you wanted to be a part of the media communications team in school. Whatever it is, maybe your beauty was in sports. You were really good at playing sports. You shined in sports. Whatever it is that your gifts and your talents are, you taught yourself to suppress them, because whenever you showed up in your beauty, you got the looks, you got the stares, you got the people sucking their teeth, right? You got the who she thinks she is, right? She thinks she all that, or she can't really sing, she ain't that good of a singer, she can't dance that well, or she ain't that good at that sport, or she ain't that cute, right? Whenever you showed up, fill in the blank, whenever you showed up in whatever form of beauty that existed for you, you were quickly met with hate, right? Jealousy, competition, toxic friendships, frenemies. And so you taught yourself to hide this. And over time, this has affected you mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. This has affected how you showed up in the world. This has affected you in your adult life. If you haven't learned to deal with these things within yourself, this has affected you, which is why one-on-one exclusives working with me is now available for those of you who are ready to carve out those things, not just face those things, but be empowered by the things that you taught yourself to suppress. Because listen, if there weren't anything beautiful or powerful, magnetic or juicy or yummy and delicious about you, then the hate wouldn't have come. There would have been no reason to hate on you. There would have been no reason to be in competition with you. There would have been no reason to talk shit about you if there wasn't anything about you that people were intimidated by. So the fact that you had these things happen to you was already proof that you were already carrying something formidable and heavy that others could see in you before you could, right? Working one-on-one with me, we dive deep into those things. We not only face those things, but we teach ourselves to become empowered by them because it is your proof, all right? So going back to Felicia Stan saying, holding your beauty while the beast is awakening you for spiritual growth and power. There's no way you can hold your beauty, and you've not been able to hold your beauty. This is why many of us have suffered from anxiety, of what is known as anxiety, depression, and even suicidal thoughts, because we didn't know how to be beautiful. We didn't know how to be magnetic. We didn't know how to stand in the attention and in the attraction of magnetism, of being beautiful. We didn't know how to handle beauty. And we didn't know how to handle beauty because whenever we stood up in our beauty, whatever it was, whatever our beauty looked like or sounded like, we were met with opposition. Heavy is the head that wears a crown of beauty and magnetism. Heavy is the head that wears a crown of anyone who is yummy and delicious, energetically and physically, spiritually and emotionally. Heavy is the head that wears a crown of an activated alchemist, because there is a responsibility that comes with beauty. So how can you hold, just to answer your question, Felicia Stans, how can you hold your beauty while the beast is awakening? You can't. You have to awaken your beast first in order to be able to hold your beauty. Let's dive deeper on that. Why? Because your beast is there to protect and safeguard your beauty. Your beast shows up as a protector. It shows up as your, I'm hearing the word, your familiar. Okay. I have this art piece that my mom gave to me. I begged her for it, and she finally gave it to me one day. And this is something that I plan to keep in the family for a long time. And it's something that needs to be passed down to the feminines in our family. It's an art piece. It's very similar to the image that you all are seeing here play over and over with this beautiful melanin woman there with her familiar, her black cat. Wow, I'm hearing black cat, Janet Jackson right now. But I have a similar image, a portrait, and it's of a melanin woman. She reminds me so much of my mom, and now she reminds me of me, because as I've evolved and have grown, I feel we're very similar. Same body style, same skin complexion. It reminds me of a past life me. And she has a black cat who is kind of laying on her back. She's on her stomach, kind of sitting up, looking out through the portrait. And the black cat is sitting on her back. And every time I look at this picture, this portrait, even the one that y'all are seeing here is very similar. I'll share the image. I'll share my portrait in the community tab for those of you who want to see it. But every time I look at it, I am reminded that not only am I beauty, but I'm beast. And my beast is there to protect me. Look at this image. Look at the video that's playing on repeat right now. If you're driving, if you have a moment to stop or just look at this and listen to this later on, I want y'all to stare at this image. This is why I use this video image and I put it on loop, because it's so significant and relevant, right? When you see this black cat, okay, staring at this black cat, it is a reminder of the formidable, divine, ancient beast that we all are activating within us. When you do this work on and in yourself, this is what you're activating. This is what you're awakening. You're awakening that black cat, that feline that beast that you need to awaken and activate in order to protect the beauty. That black cat is there to protect that beautiful melanin woman next to it, right? To safeguard it and dare anybody to cross the fucking line with her, right? The beast is cool with you as long as you're cool with it. I've said this before. So how do you hold your beauty? By activating your beast. How can you walk confidently in your beauty, in your talents, in your skills, in your spiritual abilities, and all that you're supposed to bring and birth into this world? Because again, many of you, your missions and your purposes have to do with your beauty. Do you think celebrities can be on stage and do what they do if they've not activated some form of beast within themselves, some form of formidable power that allows them to stand and perform confidently? In a more physical sense, right? Celebrities, they're on stage and they're in their beauty and they're in their fierceness. I'm thinking Sasha Fierce, right? You have to have this raw about yourself. But in a physical sense, their beasts show up in their bodyguards, right? Their beasts show up in their bodyguards. So many of you here around the Alcheminity colony, and those of you who are part of the sanctuary over on Patreon again, many of you here are part of my beasts, right? Because I've seen many of you come for people who've tried to come for me in the comments. When I first started Alcheminity, it wasn't always Alcheminity. It was Fireside Chats for Global Women. And then, of course, as we know, when you evolve and you activate on this journey, there are name changes, right? Our names change. We get added names, aka, like I go by Miss Burgess if you're nasty, and Nova, and the Gypsy Empress. Many of you have your aliases that Spirit has guided you to as well. Many of you have businesses where you felt guided to change its name because of the evolution of you and your power and in your purpose. You change names. So when I first started with this colony, okay, people were coming for me. People were saying that I was insane, I was psychotic, that I was a devil worshiper. And you know what? That's why I put out videos telling them that they're right. Telling them they're absolutely right. Because those of us on this journey, we had to lose our damn minds. Part of going insane means you're losing your damn mind. And losing your damn mind means that you're no longer aligning with the ideas, thoughts, beliefs, traditions that you used to. Losing your damn minds means losing and getting rid of the ideas, thoughts, and beliefs that never align to who and what you are and are becoming and unbecoming. You had to lose your damn mind. You had to go crazy in order to become and activate into who and what you're activating into right now. I'm hearing Seal. No, you're never going to survive unless you get a little crazy. No, you're never going to survive unless you get a little crazy. No, we're never going to survive unless we are a little crazy, right? Your beast is your crazy. Your beast is willing. I'm hearing this comedian. I don't know who this comedian was. I can't remember his name. But he was like, I think it was Little Duval. I could be wrong. But he was saying that he has this cousin who's a part of his bodyguard team, and he goes and travels everywhere he goes. And he says, man, we went to a freaking baby shower or a 2-year-old's party or something. And he said, man, my cousin's strapped up. He got the GAC over here. He got the 40 Glock over here. He got the nunchucks in his back pocket. He said, man, we're going to a 2-year-old's birthday party. What you need all this shit for? And his cousin was like, man, you never know. Baby, your beast is like, man, you never know. Just in case could want to get a little froggy, I'm ready to leap, right? This is how your beast shows up for you. When you go in this dark night of the soul odyssey, you are activating and awakening your darkness, your dark side, your shadows. In your shadows lives your demons, lives your monsters. I'm friends with the monsters under my bed. This is why we go in the Dark Night of the Soul Odyssey. You need to befriend your beast, your demons, your monsters. Why? Because they are there to safeguard your passage in this realm. They are there to safeguard you as you fulfill your mission and your purpose. The reason why so many of us suffer from anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, lack of confidence is because we haven't activated and awakened our dark side. We've been too humble in this land. When the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, that was a fucking lie. There's so many lies in there. There's so many truths too, but that's one of the lies, right? There is no way the meek can inherit the earth. Let me tell you something. If you don't awaken and activate your shadow, your beasts, your monsters, your demons, that's a surefire way to get fucked up out here. Hello? We can't walk around being sheep. This is why many of us have suffered who have grown up in certain religious doctrine, because certain religious doctrine taught us to be sheep. It taught us to be weak. Now, there's a difference between being in our soft, feminine, divine energy and being weak as hell. Soft, divine, feminine energy isn't weak. As a matter of fact, you are in your strongest when you've activated your soft, divine, feminine energy, because soft doesn't mean weak. Okay? It means soft. It means I'm soft to touch, baby. It means my skin is smooth, okay? It means my voice is melodic. It means when I walk, there's a sway in my walk. I'm soft in my energy. But don't get it twisted, because my beast is always with me, ready to pounce when necessary. When you don't see my beast and you're only getting my beauty, congratulations. That means you haven't crossed the line or the healthy barriers that I've set up for myself, that my beast has set up for me. But in the meantime, while you're enjoying my beauty, just know that my beast is just chilling back there, sharpening her nails. She's just on her throne, sitting back there, sharpening her nails for when necessary. Are you hearing me? There is no way you can hold your beauty without your beast, because your beast is needed in order to protect and safeguard your beauty. Hello? In the comments, I want y'all to write, I am beauty and beast. My beast protects my beauty. Think about it. For those of you who are pet lovers or you have pets, think about how, and if you're a good pet owner, okay, if you are a good pet owner, think about how much your pet loves you, how much your animal loves you. Think about even your smallest little chihuahuas will go to bat for you. Will they not? They will go to bat for their owners. They're so little, they're so fragile, they're so frail, but they will go to bat for you. They will lay down their lives for you, because that's what they're created to do. When you activate your beast, when you do this work on and in yourself to raise up your Kundalini serpent, because your Kundalini, your serpent, is your beast energy. It's activating and waking up your beast energy. It's your dragon. Hello? It imprints on you. It imprints on you. I'm thinking Bella from Twilight, and I'm Team Edward, honey. I'm Team Edward, but we love our Jacob too. Hell, you see, Bella tried to have both, but it just didn't work in the end. Those of us activated alchemists on this journey, honey, we would have said, let's be a happy family. Jacob and Edward, we would have had to live together in peace and harmony in the same household, baby, because I need both of y'all. And essentially they were both in her life to protect and safeguard her. Were they not? Yes, they were. That's our story on this journey. For those of you that know you have more than one the ones. You know what I'm talking about, more than one the ones. If you listen to that episode, you already know. If you haven't, go back into the archives and find why settle for one when you can have many. For those of you who are over on Patreon, that deep dive is there. More than one the ones, okay? But remember in Twilight how Jacob imprinted on the daughter? She was so pissed. She was like, you imprinted on her? But when you activate and awaken your beast, they imprint. It imprints. This energy imprints on you, becoming you, right? It essentially just is another part of you. But once this energy imprints on you, meaning activates and awakens in you, and you've integrated it, You are it and it is you. You belong to it and it belongs to you. It will never leave nor forsake you, and may no man tear asunder. You won't be split from it again. It won't allow you to be split from it again. It won't allow anything to split you again. The split has been between your dark self and your light self. So once you've activated and done this work on it in yourself, which is something that I help equip you with once we are working one-on-one together, okay, I am helping you activate your beast, your demons with your beauty. They marry each other, right? It's the yin and the yang. It is a divine marriage between heaven and hell within you. It's a divine marriage between angels and demons in you. It's a divine marriage between God and Lucifer in you. Yes, it's a divine marriage between the sun and the moon, the heaven and hell, light and dark in you. It's love and marriage, love and marriage. They come together like a horse and carriage. This I tell my brother, you can't have one without the other. You don't want to just have your beauty without your beast. You don't want that. And we know we don't want that because we've seen how we've suffered when we were just our beauty. Because when you're just your beauty, you're just frolicking around, sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. And, everything is okay. No one wants to hurt me. No one wants to harm me because I'm beauty. Bullshit. You see what happened with Sleeping Beauty? You see what happened with Snow White? Hello. All of these stories, these fairy tales have meaning. See what happened with Cinderella? When you are beauty, just beauty, you are the ultimate target without your beast. Such as in the story of Cinderella, such as in the story of, Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, such as in these stories, all of these beautiful women, feminines in these fairy tales and these stories. When you read these stories or tell these stories or let your children listen to these stories, if you are mothers, as an activated alchemist, don't let your daughters be dumbasses about these stories. Teach them the shifted perspective about what it means to be beautiful, that she would ultimately be a target unless she equips herself to be fully in her beast energy as well. When you are beauty, you are a target. And you are a target to people who haven't done the work on it in themselves to activate their own beauty. Because you are a reflection of the work they refuse to do on themselves. You are a reflection of something they wish they were or wish they had. This is why many of you here have, like me, okay, have experienced attacks on our beauty, have people who've tried to do spells to destiny swap because they wanted our beauty, they wanted our destiny, they wanted our missions and our purposes. Many of you have had beauty spells. Many of you have had attacks against your beauty through spell work. We can't figure out why you were gaining weight or why your skin was breaking out outside of the things we need to do in our health, right? You knew that you were doing things, the right way. You were eating healthy for the most part and all this kind of stuff, but yet your beauty was still under attack. Just ridiculous types of things, okay? Just ridiculous things like, why the fuck is my skin doing this? Why is this? Whatever. Many of you have had attacks on your beauty. Again, you are the ultimate target when you are beauty, physically and energetically, right? And so what do you do to safeguard your beauty? You activate your beast. And your beast shows up in many different forms. This is what we also talk about in one-on-one exclusives with me. For those of you who know that you are needing some help in activating in your purpose and in your power through your pussy, okay? Activating your magnetism, your talents, your skills, your beauty, okay? You are on your dark night of the soul odyssey. You know you've been called to travel into your shadow so that you can activate in all of this power and this yummy, delicious goodness. And you're ready to work one-on-one. Email me, timmeshaburgess@gmail.com. The information's in the description box. I do not have any more openings for September. The soonest we'll be able to work together will be October. Email me. I will put your name on the waiting list, okay? But how do you safeguard your beauty? With your beast. And your beast, again, will show up in many different forms, okay? It'll show up in you drawing healthy lines, healthy boundaries, and daring anybody to cross them. It will show up in you no longer hanging out with certain people, going to certain places. Your beast will also show up in you no longer eating certain things, right? No longer eating from certain people, no longer eating at certain people's houses, right? And not that necessarily certain people are trying to attack you, but it could be that the ingredients that they use don't work for you. And if you ingest them or put them in your body, this can negatively affect your beauty. Does this make sense? 555 on the timer, as I said that, right? Your beast will show up in many ways to safeguard and protect you. And so your beast shows up inside of you as intuition. Your intuition will speak to you and tell you, nah, they're not for you. That person really ain't your friend. Don't fuck with them. No, feed them with a long-handed spoon. Yeah. Your beast will show up when somebody... Your beast will show up and tell you when somebody just got slick with you. Like they on a sneak tip, they just got really slick with you. Your beast will show up and let you know, yeah, that bitch just tried it. She did just try. Because in the past, we would sweep that kind of stuff under the rug. We would ignore it. We would think we were overthinking or over-exaggerating. But once you activate, you realize, no, I wasn't overthinking or over-exaggerating. She really did. That bitch really did just try to insult me. And so your beast will show up through your intuition, letting you know that you're not tripping, that really was the case. Either you will rebut, either there'll be a rebuttal, either you will come back, okay? Come back, meaning you'll snap back some kind of intelligent way, or you'll call them out on that and then step back from them. For example, I was working a flight. I was working with a flight attendant that I'd never worked with before. And at the beginning of the flight, she was cool, kiki, laughing. She's cool with me, making jokes, and was, oh, you so pretty, oh, you smell good. And then the next moment, she said something slick about me while I was standing behind her. She was saying it to other flight attendants. She said something slick. She said something about, because I didn't like the way they were doing something. They were just, instead of throwing trash away, they were just putting it on the seat and expecting me to come by and pick the trash up instead of them taking the shit to the trash can themselves. So I called it out. And then she turns to the flight attendants and says, she's just been complaining all day. And so I called her out on it. I said, what did you say? And we went, it didn't go back and forth, but I drew the line, letting her know this is not how you handle things as a flight attendant. You don't just put stuff on the seat unless that's agreed upon. Otherwise, take the shit to the trash. I'm not a fucking do girl, basically. And I said some other things to her, and that was that. Let me tell you something. Your beast will handle things in a way. I'm going to come back to that story in a minute. Your beast will handle things in a way that is so profound energetically, because once you activate inwardly, these energies start to play out around you. So anyway, I set the record straight with her, and then I drew the line with her. I was like, damn, she switched up quick. First she was all cool, and then she switched to that. So I said what I needed to say, and I felt guided to say what I needed to say verbally. Why? Because my reputation matters to me. And I'm not going to stand there and hear you say something about me and I not address it. In the past, that used to be us. We wouldn't say nothing. We just let it go. Okay, they said what they said. We just let it go. We wouldn't say nothing, whatever. And not that it matters what you look like to other people. It matters what you look like to yourself. Fuck what other people think. The reason sometimes your beast will guide you to set the record straight with somebody is because you're having to rewire your brain and your mind to speak up when it's time to speak up. Because when you didn't speak up before, this negatively affected your mental health, and it also negatively affected your confidence. You ever walked away from a situation wishing you had said something? Damn, I should have said this, right? Damn, I should have told them that. Damn, I should have said, damn, but you didn't have the language. Well, when you activate your beast, it teaches you how to professionally and intelligently and with emotional intelligence snap back or clap back, right? I'm hearing Ja Rule. I'm about to clap back. I'm about to clap back, right? It will intelligently teach you how to clap back. Kenya Moore clapbacks, okay? Kenya Moore has the best clapbacks. I just love it. That girl's got a vocabulary that she will just go there, right? And this isn't about being messy. Obviously, this isn't what we do here at Alcheminity. I said, when you feel guided, intuitively guided to say something, you must say it, and you will say it, and it will come out so intelligently to the point where it will land in a person psychologically, and it will cause them to check themselves. They'll leave there feeling like, damn. They'll leave there feeling small because they will realize, because again, we are mirrors as activated alchemists. So you show up mirroring back who they are so that they see themselves and go and work on themselves. So it's not a clapback as opposed in a way to from an unhealthy ego. It's a clapback to set the record straight about, you may not like me, but you will respect me, right? That's one part. And the other part is, this really wasn't about me. This is really about you and a part of you that you need to fucking work on. Right? So you become mirrors for people when you allow your beast to tell you when to clap back. Does this make sense? This also safeguards your beauty. Because your beast is teaching you how to be emotionally intelligent and when to open up your mouth and speak and when not. You will know when it's necessary and when it isn't. Right? When you activate and do this work on and in yourself to raise up your serpent kundalini power energy up through your body to your crown, to be crowned, so that you're sitting on the throne of your power, of your purpose, of your pussy. Your beast wakes up. And she wakes up and activates. It wakes up and activates and is ready to protect you. Your demons wake up ready to protect you and safeguard your passage through this realm. As a beauty, you need even more protection. Because you're in your power and in your purpose, you become a target for the people who haven't done this work on and in themselves. But after a while, your beast will be so apparent that people wouldn't even try it. They'll back up. They'll think about it. But they'll back the fuck up because they realize they're no match for something as formidable as what you've activated and awakened in yourself. And so they'll go from hating you to respecting who and what you have become and what you've activated. Because they know they know they cannot compete where they don't compare. So how do you hold your beauty? By activating and awakening your beast, your demons, your monsters underneath your bed. You can't walk around here being a sheep. You need to also be wolf. Are y'all hearing me? In the meantime, being in your beauty, being in your mission and your purpose, bringing your talents and your skills to the forefront. Again, many of you are called to be in the public eye, going confidently and boldly into the public eye. Again, this is something that we work on because many of you are called to be in the public eye. In our one-on-ones together, I am helping you to activate your beast because you're going to need that to step out there confidently in some of the things that you're called to do. But in the meantime, enjoy being in all that you're activating and all that you're being called to do and to undo. But just know that your beauty, after you've done this work on it, after you've done this work on it in yourself, just know that your beast is sitting on the throne within you, raised up, aroused up, like your serpent kundalini, your dragon is sitting back there, sharpening her nails, wishing a motherfucker would. If this resonated with you, make sure you like this. Make sure you share this. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Shouts out to the subscribers that's been here for some time. I see you. Welcome home. This is your colony. This is your home. Make no mistake about it. I'm so glad we found each other again in this realm. If you like the yummy, juicy, deeper dives, you want it deep, just let me know you want it deep. And then become a member over on patreon.com/Alcheminity. All the information is in the description box. It's 333 on the timer right now. For those of you who are ready to activate, go ahead and get your copy of Activate. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. If you're ready to work one-on-one, shoot me an email. We'll have a consultation. Free consultation. We'll just do a Zoom chat. I'll get to know you a little bit, ask some questions, and I'll decide if you're a good fit for working one-on-one. One-on-one exclusives are condensed down from the 3-month time to 4 weeks. 4 weeks. We have 4 weeks together. The first week, the phases are flicker, flame, and fire. And the first week is flicker. Second week is flame, and the third week is fire. And the fourth week, we combine all that we've activated and unleashed in those first 3 weeks, and you come boldly into your power, into the public in the fourth week, and we put all that stuff to practice, okay? So I will see y'all. I'll speak to y'all. Ooh, shit. I almost dropped my phone. But I caught it. I will see y'all. I'll speak to y'all in the next episode. Ciao for now. Mwah.